Hello, everyone. My name is Priscilla Campos, and I am a candidate for the Master of Arts in Leadership Development program at Chapman University. The journey that led me to study leadership development started when I was 5 years old and made a full circle with my capstone. I created my capstone project to bring awareness to female athletes, something that I have always been passionate about. Growing up in a household of women always reassured me that women were powerful. I was raised by a teenage single mom. She made sure that I was always involved in activities at school and on the weekends. She signed me up for dance, ballet, and gymnastics, but nothing caught my attention more than softball. I joined my first softball team at the age of 5. The physical aspect of playing was exciting, but the part that I loved the most was being part of a team. I learned that I had to sometimes rely on others, and I was drawn to taking on leadership roles as captain. This is where my story begins and where three of my core identities come together: being female, being a leader, and being an athlete. For my capstone, I chose to design and propose a social media campaign to feature 5 female athletes on Jen Schroeder's Instagram account. Jen is a former Division I softball player turned instructor who has spent her career empowering young female athletes to be leaders by building confidence on and off the field. Over the last 10 years, she has created and built her brands, Jen Schro Catching and The Package Deal. These are not your average softball lessons and clinics. They are an atmosphere, a culture, and a place for future female leaders. Her mission is to develop and support girls as they pursue softball and grow into powerful athletes and women. Who better to work with on a social media campaign that highlights female athletes than Jen Schro herself? Jen and I first met to talk about our target audience for the campaign and what stories we would like to tell. We wanted to represent female athletes with different backgrounds and experiences. We also wanted to make sure that our stories were in line with the 3 topics that I chose for my literature review: attitudes towards female athletes, marketing female athletes and women's sports, and females in leadership roles in sports. The first athlete that we chose to feature is Lauren Chamberlain. She is a former professional softball athlete for Florida Pride and was featured on the cover of ESPN's Body Issue. She is a huge advocate for positive body image and the perfect candidate to represent our topic of attitudes towards female athletes and marketing. The next athlete that we wanted to feature is Morgan Stewart. Morgan is a former Division I athlete with the University of Washington. She is currently one of the 3 coaches that make up the package deal, and her specialty is playing defense. Her role as a coach and entrepreneur make her the perfect candidate to represent our topic of females in leadership roles. The third athlete that we wanted to feature is Alyssa Palomino. She is a current senior at the University of Arizona. Alyssa tore her ACL on the first day of practice of her freshman year and was forced to sit out the season. This injury did not hold her back. She came back to play the next season and made the Pac-12 All-Freshman team and was a finalist for Freshman of the Year. Her dedication to overcome her injury makes her the perfect candidate to represent our topic of attitudes towards female athletes. The next athlete that we wanted to feature is Genevieve Perez. Genevieve is also a current Division I athlete for UCLA. She is also a graduate student and a mom. After being at San Diego State, she took some time off to give birth to her son. She was then given the opportunity to finish out her softball career and attend graduate school at UCLA. Her perseverance and motivation to go back to school in softball make her the perfect candidate to represent our topic of how we want to market female athletes and women's sports. The final athlete that we wanted to feature is Marty Reed. Marty is a former Division I athlete for UCLA. Since graduating, she has dedicated her time to be a public speaker and author. She specializes in working with athletes to prepare for life outside of their game with the same commitment they brought to their sport. Her dedication to helping former athletes makes her the perfect candidate to represent females in leadership roles. My goal for this social media campaign is to show young female athletes that they are powerful. I hope that by featuring athletes through their different journeys, young girls will see that they have the power over their future. Using softball to build your skills as a leader will only empower and prepare you for life after being an athlete. The MLD program has taught me what a leader truly is. Our check-ins and class discussions forced me to look at myself and evaluate my core beliefs. I am confident that through my experience in the program, I will be leaving with a better understanding of leaders and leadership development. The MLD program has also shown me the importance of focusing on yourself and how that plays into other areas of your life. Being a leader to me means more than just leading. It also means supporting others and providing a helping hand when needed. My capstone project of creating a social media campaign was nothing short of a long overdue passion project of mine. I learned that empowering females through sports can help create leaders in the world. While the campaign alone might not change lives, it is one step closer to changing how female athletes view themselves. It is my hope and mission that young female athletes flourish, find their voice as leaders in the world, and use their softball community to succeed even after their time as an athlete.
Before I finish, I'd like to take some time to thank some really special people in my life. Thank you to my husband Anthony for always supporting me, especially on those long nights after working 8 hours and I still had to go to class. I could not have done this without you. You really are my soulmate. Thank you to my son Evan for always reminding people that Mama has class tonight, so we need to give her some time to study. The biggest thing that this project has taught me is that my little family is the best team that I could ever be on. Thank you to the MLD faculty and staff, especially my advisor, Chris DePedro. Chris, I think I had you maybe 90% of my classes, and I wouldn't have it any other way. You're such a special person, and I hope that even after my time here at Chapman, I still continue to check in with you. Thank you to the MLD community. This is such a special program, it's like no other. I love that we care about each other, not just inside the classroom, but outside as well. You will forever hold a special place in my heart. Thank you.